Hello Aries, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your October 2024 general reading. We're looking at the first half of October, roughly the first couple of weeks. And again, this reading is for the fire sign of Aries. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here and be part of the great blessing and gift it is to create these videos. Aries, if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Aries, this is your video. If you're a cross-watcher and you're cross-watching for an Aries, this video is also relevant and important to you. If you know any or all of your other sign placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, watch those videos as well. It can be helpful with additional insight and perspective. They're general readings. They may resonate a little differently for everyone who watches. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest. If something really does hit home with you, if it really resonates with you and you'd like to take a deeper look, take a deeper dive into it, and you're interested in reaching out perhaps for a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in that, you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact information by clicking the description of this video. I would love to hear from you. I can usually respond pretty quickly, same day or within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide array of choices and reading options, different types, lengths, styles, costs, spreads in all areas of life. I tried to put something in there for everyone. And I'm quite focused and quite diligent on the timely scheduling of personal readings because this is all I do. I do this full time. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, Aries, let's take a look at what the first half of October is bringing in for you. For those of you who like to know, I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot, clarifying with the Gilded Tarot. We begin at the very beginning with the Fool, a brand new chapter. Taking a risk, getting out of your comfort zone, might represent travel for some of you, or just having that light-hearted, open, childlike, let's see what happens in the future without making any particular kind of plan. With the Four of Wands, happy home, happily ever after, weddings for some of you, social celebrations with friends, family, picking up reunions here for some of you, reuniting with loved ones or home, family, maybe a reunion. Yeah, I'm picking up a reunion of some kind. For some of you, I'm also picking up travel. Some of you, quite long distance travel, like international travel. Next, we have the Empress. Might be a mother figure here. It might be around issues of fertility, conception, pregnancy, finding out you're pregnant or going to have a baby. For some of you, this is you or the person that you love, like in a romantic sense. It's also a card of abundance and fertility in a new beginning. Now's the right time for new beginnings. We have the Ace of Swords. So there's new news, new information, or new epiphanies, or a new perspective around the Empress. Next, we have the Devil. Lots of energy there. Obsessive energy focused in one area. We'll see if it's positive or not so positive. With the Nine of Wands, feeling tired about some cycle or argument or something that just keeps coming back around and around and around. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy and focus is the Two of Cups, which is the traditional soulmate, kindred spirit, karmic connection. I feel like a lot of you, it's interesting because Aries is attached to the sign of the Emperor, and we have the Empress here. So karmic connection, and you view this person like pretty much the love of your life. You may feel that they're a little bit out of your league, but you love them, they love you nonetheless, perhaps. We'll see. Let's clarify that overall energy of the Two of Cups. We have the Empress again. We have the Emperor. And we have the Lovers. Okay, so we have a couple here. They may or may not be married, but they definitely belong together. They're the Emperor and the Empress. Traditionally, they're married. That may be what the issue is for some of you. It may be a couple that They belong together. They've been together perhaps for a long time. Maybe they're not married. One of them wants to move forward with being married. The other one doesn't. It might be that. It's the same old argument. We do have a very strong karmic connection with this couple, with the Lovers and the Two of Cups, and them, you and this person manifesting as the Emperor and the Empress. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a love romance reading for some of you. The Emperor and the Empress can represent parents or parental figures. It may be that there's a family reunion, there's parents involved in some way. It may be that there's an issue with one of them, but it's kind of a repeating issue. It could be that. But it really does feel like this is centered around the emotional and relationship area of your life. There's definitely a significant decision that needs to be made here with the Lovers. It might be about the relationship or some area of life that has a significant impact on the relationship. For those of you dealing with parent issues, it might be trying to make a difficult decision about a parent or a parental figure that needs more care or perhaps needs to be arranged for in some other way. Yeah, all right. Let's take a look at the Fool and the Four of Wands. The Fool and the Four of Wands is clarified by the Fool. The Two of Swords, a really tough decision, and one that's going to need to be made on an internal kind of intuitive sort of energy here. We have the Two of Cups again. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Chariot. There's some kind of challenge here, and the challenge is it's making a tough decision that's tough or made tougher by the fact that you're not, for you, it's or someone close to you, it's taking a step into the unknown, taking a chance, taking a risk without really knowing where it's going to go, stepping outside of your comfort zone. There may be challenges and a variety of moving parts to this. This may be a long distance. It may be that you guys spend a lot of distance, a lot of time apart from each other, and it's about how to kind of consolidate that. It may be that you've sort of enjoyed that type of relationship, but now it's time to... What I'm feeling is that it's time to make this decision now. Let's take a look at the Empress and the Ace of Swords. Because the Ace of Swords is like the epiphany, right? It's like the light bulb going off over your head. The truth just kind of hitting you, right? Let's take a look at that. The Empress, the Ace of Swords. King of Wands, there you are, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune. You really see this person as a gift to you. Kind of lucky. It may be that you feel this person is out of your league, and that's for romantic issues. Some of you, the issue between you and a couple might be an issue of conception or fertility and making difficult decisions about that, maybe for treatment or adoption or something of that sort as well. Two of Wands, there's a course of action here. Seven of Wands and the Three of Swords. This person that you feel so strongly about, speaking of those for whom this is a romantic couples reading, they may have other options, and it may be that you're it's all of a sudden kind of hitting you that this is like, you can't lose this person. This person is like the love of your life, and you want to protect that. You want to guard against that as well. There's a secondary issue for some of you for whom the relationship, like the other person, might want to take it to another level or get married or something like that. I mean, it's quite clear that the two of you belong together. But you're afraid because of issues in the past or perhaps some past painful experiences. You've been protecting and guarding your heart now. But the whole point is, the whole thread of this reading, whether it's romance, whether it's fertility issues, whether it's issues about a parent, it feels like a decision sometime during this time or in the short time after it, a choice is going to have to be made. Because the time for you making the choice is going to pass, and that choice is going to be made for you, which typically means you're going to lose, right? Let's take a look at the Devil and the Nine of Wands. This person may have other options that you don't want them to take. So the Devil and the Nine of Wands, it's about laying the groundwork for a better future. Justice, reaping what you sow, doing the right thing. The Eight of Swords. Well, I can't because of this, and I can't because of that, and I can't because I'm afraid, and I can't because of the other thing, and I can't because of this, and on and on and on and on and on the fight goes. It's like, it's one person wanting this and the other person, it's like one person saying, look, if you want us to stay together, or if you want us to stay on good terms, depending on the nature of the relationship, this is the only path for us. And the other person saying, no, it doesn't have to be that way, and I don't want to because of this, or it's going to be too hard because of that, right? There's a split here, and it's basically the choice has to be made now. And I feel like this has come up for you periodically in the past. It's kind of an energy, Aries, of somebody who's like, okay, you either make the decision to move forward or make the decision to move apart. So let's end with that. Let's end with advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Because justice implies doing the right, fair, ethical thing. So let's say it's a couple who've been together a long time, and one of them says, okay, I want to get married, or, it's time, or this is an issue that's been coming up, and the other person doesn't. And so there's two basically ethical things you could do in this situation. If you don't want to get married, you may lose the other person, but at least you have to be honest and transparent about it. And the best thing to do in that situation is to say, look, I love you, but if this is something that you need in order for us to stay together, I can't give it to you. So perhaps it's time that our paths split. Or to actually do that thing, to say, okay, yeah, it is time that we get married. We've been together for all this time or whatever, so let's do that. I mean, there's two ways you can do it. It's being transparent and open, and even if you can't do the thing, you can at least let them go, right? And free and help them and kind of contribute to them being free enough so that, perhaps further down the road they can have what they want. Advice, guidance, feedback from Spirit. Strength. Facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, struggling with it, facing those fears, walking into those fears. Nine of Swords and the Sun, two very completely different cards. This is Spirit saying, look, face your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. Try to strike a balance between instead focusing on the worst possible thing that could happen or the best possible thing that could happen, like rose-colored glasses. Try and strike that even balance in the middle. Focus on the possibility and potential rather than just all the horrible things that could go wrong. Six of Swords, healing, and the World. A chapter ends so that you can move on to a whole brand new landscape and horizon. And sometimes that World card means an ending, in a complete ending, like two paths go apart, right? Like in a relationship, it might represent, okay, our paths are no longer the same, we're no longer in alignment, so we go our separate ways. The World card can represent that because it represents a significant phase, a significant chapter of your life is over. And sometimes the World card can represent like it's a graduation phase. So it means that that couple at some point go, okay, now we're going to get married, or now we're going to start a family, right? And so it takes it into a whole new, it's a whole new path, a whole new chapter begins. Either way you look at it, there needs to be healing on this, whether it's healing moving forward together or healing as you move apart and your paths go apart. In whatever situation this is. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. Those are your messages for the first half of October. I hope that for those of you for whom they resonated, that it was helpful, that it gave you some food for thought or some validation or some clarity. Again, if this did resonate with you, if it did hit home and you'd like to pull the curtains back on it a bit and take a deeper look and reach out for a personal reading for yourself or as a gift for someone else, or you simply like the reading style. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact information by clicking the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a short while down the road for more readings. Until then, stay well, stay safe. Hope to see you back here again soon, and I hope to hear from some of you as well. Take care. Bye-bye.